A heatwave has once again swept through the MotoGP world following a controversial statement from Marco Bezzecchi, who openly took aim at Marc Marquez regarding the tyre blowout incident at the Buriram Grand Prix. What was initially seen as a routine technical failure has now escalated into a major controversy, shaking the paddock and igniting fierce debate among fans and racing analysts alike. Was it merely an emotional outburst, or the beginning of a fiery rivalry set to burn throughout the season? Let's discuss. MotoGP 2026 truly exploded from the very first round in Thailand. The main race at Chang International Circuit in Buriram turned into a stage for a massive surprise as Marco Bezzecchi delivered a dominant performance with Aprilia Racing, while Marc Marquez was forced to swallow a bitter pill after suffering a DNF due to a rear tyre blowout. Bezzecchi's victory was far from ordinary. He won by nearly 6 seconds, a margin that reflected the absolute dominance of the Aprilia RSGP 26 throughout the race. Starting from pole position, Bezzecchi immediately shut the door at turn 1, leaving Marquez with no room to attack. Within just 2 laps, the gap had already stretched beyond 1 second. Warning alarms were ringing loudly for Ducati. Inside the Ducati Lenovo team garage, tensions quickly escalated. The Bezzecchi GP26, heavily promoted during pre-season testing as the most complete and race-ready machine on the grid, suddenly appeared overwhelmed by Aprilia's explosive early pace and KTM's uncompromising aggression. A bike once labelled the most perfect package on the grid now looked vulnerable under close-quarter pressure. The intensity mounted from the moment the lights went out. Marc Marquez fought hard to defend his position against relentless attacks from Pedro Acosta and Raul Fernandez. The battle was fierce, leaving almost no breathing room. Every corner became a chess match over racing lines, every braking zone a test of bravery. Lap 10 marked a painful turning point. Acosta executed a bold move at turn 8, an overtake that not only seized position, but also shook Ducati's defensive stronghold. From that moment on, the pressure on the reigning world champion intensified brutally. The time gap widened inch by inch, while Marquez's race rhythm began to look less comfortable than usual. Then the ultimate drama unfolded. With 6 laps remaining, disaster struck without warning. Marquez's rear tyre exploded. In a matter of seconds, traction disappeared, the bike became nearly uncontrollable, and his podium hopes vanished instantly. He was forced to head into the pits. A DNF that immediately shook up the provisional 2026 MotoGP standings and opened the door for rivals to seize early season momentum. Inside the Ducati garage, tense faces said it all. After the high-tension race, Marco Bezzecchi only added fuel to the fire. In what initially seemed like a routine post-race interview, he delivered a statement that quickly exploded into a worldwide MotoGP debate. In MotoGP today, it's not just about big names. If you rely too much on having the best bike, even a small problem can make everything collapse. The sentence was brief, but loaded with meaning. Within minutes, the public and media interpreted it as a sharp jab aimed directly at Marc Marquez, a rider who over the past 2 seasons has been closely associated with the technical strength of Ducati Lenovo team and the dominance of the Bezzecchi on track. Speculation spread rapidly. Many analysts believed Bezzecchi's comment was not merely a spontaneous opinion, but a calculated psychological message, an open siwa from Aprilia Racing toward Ducati. Moreover, with Aprilia showing increasing consistency this season, the remark felt like a declaration of confidence, even a direct challenge. Italian media further intensified the atmosphere with bold headlines, suggesting that Ducati's era of dominance is now being seriously shaken. The narrative of a shift in power began circulating, as if MotoGP were entering a new chapter of competition. Meanwhile, Marquez's supporters did not remain silent. Social media quickly filled with heated arguments. Many argued that Bezzecchi's comment was unsportsmanlike and overly simplistic, pointing out that every rider on the grid ultimately depends on having the best possible machine to win. Ducati management has finally spoken out after a wave of speculation and criticism flooded the paddock. The team firmly stated that the tyre blowout was not the result of a strategic mistake or a careless technical decision. In their official statement, they explained that the issue was caused by an extreme pressure anomaly due to track temperatures higher than predicted. The dramatic spike in Buriram's asphalt temperature reportedly pushed tyre pressure beyond pre-race simulation data, making the situation difficult to avoid. Even so, the clarification has not fully silenced public doubts. Many believe that a team of Ducati's calibre should have been able to anticipate temperature fluctuations, which are often a crucial factor at the Buriram circuit. The situation was further worsened by Francesco Bagnaia's performance, as he could only manage a 9th place finish. The result reinforced suspicions that the Desmercedesi GP26 has yet to find its ideal setup, particularly in handling Thailand's extreme heat conditions. With a combination of technical issues and results far below expectations, the pressure on Ducati continues to mount. Tensions escalated even further when Aprilia CEO Massimo Rivola joined the conversation. In a firm tone, he delivered a message that sounded like a direct warning to Ducati. "We've been working quietly for 2 years. Now everyone can see the results. If anyone thinks Ducati is still untouchable, they need to start looking behind them. Because we are very close." Rivola even added that the victory in Thailand was not a coincidence, but the beginning of something big. His remarks were immediately interpreted as an open declaration of war against Ducati's dominance. A rivalry that once existed solely on the track has now spilled into the management arena. Amid the heated battle among the title favourites, Ogura quietly stole the spotlight with a composed and determined performance. Starting from 11th on the grid, the Japanese rider remained calm under early pressure. He steadily built his pace, capitalising on every opportunity through Buriram's technical sectors, overtaking rivals one by one with clean yet decisive moves. His choice of racing lines as track temperatures rose reflected a level of racing intelligence far more mature than in previous seasons. The highlight came in the latter stages of the race when Ogura broke into the top 5. An achievement that felt like a small victory amid the larger drama involving championship contenders. Finishing 5th was more than just a result. It was a statement that he is no longer merely filling out the grid. With steady emotional control and rapid adaptation to changing grip levels, Ogura sent a clear signal that he is ready to become a new threat in the fight for regular podium finishes this season. The provisional MotoGP 2026 standings following the dramatic race in Thailand are in. Pedro Acosta leads the championship with 32 points. Bezzecchi has surged into 2nd place in the standings, trailing Acosta by 7 points. In 3rd place is Raul Fernandez, who has shown consistent performance, followed by Jorge Martin in 4th, while Ogura rounds out the top 5. On the other hand, Marc Marquez must face the bitter reality of dropping to 8th place in the standings. Can Marquez bounce back and silence the critics? Or is this truly the beginning of a new Aprilia era with Bezzecchi? Share your thoughts in the comments below.